Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today we are going to do a good old-fashioned cook with me or meals of the day. I don't really know what to call it. I've had meals throughout the week. I've shared a lot in the past, but they're still tried and true. They are budget-friendly dinners or lunches or whatever you want them to be, and they're filling. So I have found a balance in this motherhood of four thing I'm doing right now, and I wanted to share that with you. So if you like that kind of thing, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you're new here, introduce yourself. I'm going to get you turned around and show you what I'm making tonight, and then I'm going to try and include some more recipes throughout the week, and I hope this is fun and exciting and inspiring you to shop your pantry. The goal was to not go to the grocery store at all, just to get things from the garden, the local Amish market down the street, which could be considered a grocery store, but a lot of things are discounted and grown right in their backyard. And I really just wanted to focus on cleaning out the pantry, getting ready for a new season. So I'm going to get you turned around and show you what we're working with. Alrighty, this one is pretty easy. We are doing a bag of gnocchi. It does not have to be sweet potato. You could find this just about anywhere on any shelf. I always have this in my prepper pantry because it stores well and it's something different than pasta. You of course could make your own. We're going to put some butter beans in there. You could do any type of bean, but a bean is a necessity, of course. And then we're going to top it with some goat cheese and some green onions from the garden. I do have some bell pepper here that was on sale, and then I also have some random smoked sausage or hot dogs or something cooking up here. And then for a sweet treat tonight, I ended up finding from Sharp Shopper all those cookie mixes a while back. I don't know if you remember, but I took Snickerdoodle cookie mix, and then I paired it with an egg from our chickens, some vanilla white chips, and then I also did the tablespoon of water that it requires, some yogurt that I had frozen, maybe just a cup of that, and mixed it all together with some of the cinnamon sugar mix, and that is in the oven right now. Right now there's 12 in there. I think I will have 16 total. I'm going to top it with some cream cheese frosting. This was also in the freezer, but I thawed it out, and I'm going to mix this with a little bit of powdered sugar, which I don't have. I have regular sugar, so all I have to do is blend that together to make powdered sugar. And then I'm also going to sprinkle in some cinnamon, and it will be like a fall cookie. So everything was from the shelf or from my freezer. I'm proud of us. I shopped my basement grocery store basically and went from there. So I can't wait to show you the final bowl. I'm just going to put everything in one pot. Okay, here's the finished plate. You could drizzle this with like a fig dressing or a balsamic or a sweet barbecue, and I think it would be really tasty, but I'm just going to top it with the green onions and goat cheese. Some of the portions are a bit small because my kids are a bit small, but we shall see. I don't know if they'll love this. It's kind of like a fall harvest bowl, but let's hope. Fingers crossed, you know, and then you could serve it with whatever you want. It does have a lot of fiber, protein in here, and kind of covers your bases for the vegetable portion. So maybe we will skip a fruit tonight and just have a sweet treat. So all I did was flip these over to the other side, and I'm going to frost this side. This would be really great with like a caramel drizzle or even some apple pie filling or something like that. But whatever you want to do. So I'm going to get the kitchen cleaned up and have my meal and have some newborn cuddles, and I will see you soon for another recipe that is easy and budget friendly. Alrighty, I'm doing a mini meal prep for the week, and I figured I'd do it a little differently since I did the meal plan a little differently a few videos back. I guess like an elote style macaroni salad. So in here we just have elbow macaroni, we have corn, green onion, we have green chilies, we have a little bit of feta because I don't have any cotija cheese, we have red bell pepper, and then we also have just mayo, a little bit of sour cream, I have Dijon mustard and then spices to my liking. So I'm going to let this set up in the refrigerator. I'm the only one that likes macaroni salad, so this is for me for the week. Macaroni salad is so cheap to make and I absolutely love it. And that sweet corn element is super tasty with the sweet bell pepper and then like the salty feta. And then over here, I did that Cascadian frozen blend, and that comes with rice, corn, black beans, and I feel like it does come, oh yeah, it comes with a bell pepper in there too. And then I did a pound of ground beef and I did a little bit of enchilada sauce. I'm going to serve mine with tortillas. I sent my husband with some extra tortillas and then I put queso on top of his, but you could top it with whatever you want. This is super easy and super filling, and it just gets better in the refrigerator. So this was the rest of the meal prep, and then I'm going to get going on the other pound of ground beef and then the other half of that frozen bag just because we had it. And then for dessert this week, I just made a chocolate cake. So just a box chocolate cake. It's right there. And I'm going to frost it with chocolate icing and call it a day. But I figured I'd share that with you. Super simple, not anything wild. I also did deviled eggs with bacon and smoked cheddar. Super easy. Let me know what you're meal prepping in the comments below. I'm making like a bell pepper popper. I'm not a fan of jalapenos, and I used to make this when I was vegan all the time, and I used Kite Hill cream cheese. I did not use like a sharp cheddar, but I did use the benevolent bacon. I forget what brand that was from, and they were super tasty. So if you're vegan, this is a nice recipe, but if you're not, like me now, then this is also very tasty. So I'm going to pop these in the oven with some tater tots, and I'm also going to do some of those Philly cheesesteak sliders. So I'm just taking the sausage from our grocery haul and putting that on top of some of that bread, and then I'm going to put some bell peppers and some Colby Jack cheese and call it a night. I'm so excited. I am getting some things checked off my list that have been on there for a while, and I have found as a stay-at-home mom, I get in this like executive dysfunction if I don't make the list and physically check it off the list. So if you're anything like my personality, which I'm learning a lot of you are, try and do a brain dump is what they call it. And that is trying to get out everything you need to do, whether it be a simple grocery trip or some long-term goals, and start making those check marks. I really thought it would not help me at all, but in the end, it really has been amazing. Most of you know this, but when I am shelf cooking, I'm always doing a loaf of bread or 2 or 3 and then some random veggies to just get through the week. And I find that that just becomes really helpful and easy for us just to pull from what we're already having instead of the freezer. And then I did make another quinoa dish. I also wanted to show you some breakfast prep that I have been doing for the kids, and it varies. So we have honey here, we have baking powder, a cup of flour, and I try and find some sort of protein powder. I had this random just ingredients protein powder, 10 out of 10. They have such a great variety, and you can get these little sample packs, and then you can stack my discount, so you can also use 10% off. I'm just an affiliate with them, so I really enjoy them. Here's my shameless plug to shop a clean brand that's inexpensive. I just mix all that together with a pinch of salt, and then I add a duck egg to most of my baking. A lot of people ask what I do with the duck eggs. We eat them. So I just like to put them in with the baking. They are good scrambled too. They just have a more rich flavor in my opinion, and this is what they look like. I always always have questions about that. So they're a little thicker for sure. And all I did was add milk to that, but you could totally add water if you didn't have milk on the shelf. And then I put it on a sheet pan and bake it. I just find that it's easier, and the kids like that I can make them into different shapes other than a circle or a rectangle. So I make these into squares, and then they dip it in their syrup, and they really enjoy them. All I did was top it with some Kerrygold butter for some extra nutrients, but I feel like this is semi-clean and rather healthy. You're getting your protein and your fiber, and you're really not getting any added sugar. I'm just using that honey, and of course they use their maple syrup. So give this a try if you have picky toddlers like myself. And then while I'm on the subject of shelf cooking, I'm always trying to preserve something. So I wanted to get some of my extra corn into a preserved jar. So we're making corn relish. This is super easy. I like this with tacos. I like it with chips. I like it on its own, but it's really yummy. I'm using my electric pressure canner, but I'm using the water bath setting just because this new stove we have seems a bit more fancier. I don't want to break the glass. I truly don't know if it would break it or not, but better to be safe than sorry. I can leave the recipe for you. Just let me know if you want it in the comments down below. If you preserve food, you might want it. If not, you could always put this like in a freezer bag if you wanted to. But again, it's really tasty and it's a versatile dish. So I like having these on the shelf for a quick night, or I like to gift it to friends. So it's basically just corn, red bell pepper, onion, and celery. And honestly, the celery doesn't add too much flavor. It just adds some color. And then I add some mustard seed to it. You're going to need vinegar and sugar. That's really what you need to preserve most water bath methods, because you need that acidity. And then I just cleaned my rings and flats and my jars. I like to use wide mouth jars. And then I poured it into here. This made about 5 pints, and one of them didn't seal, so I put that in the freezer, and we will see how the consistency turns out. I think it should be fine, but you never know. Let me know your favorite thing you've canned this week if you are an avid food preserver like myself.
I'm laying down it to compile it. Oh no, I see you only when you're ballin'. Oh no, I don't even care to doubt. I'll see you in a while, 'cause this time I will choose you, yeah. Now choose. You know exactly how to look like this. Holding in a bag full of goods and needs. I need a night like this. Knowing it's a risk, 'cause you're using it. You got all your secrets. I can seem to move this thing. You're pulling me out and I'm right back in. The sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. I don't wanna seem to shaky. Oh no, like I'm sudden but I'm steady. Oh no, and they tell me to move on, 'cause I deserve more, but still I wanna choose you, yeah. Now choose. You know exactly how to look like this. Holding in a bag full of goods and needs. I need a night like this. Knowing it's a risk, 'cause you're using it. You got all your secrets. I can seem to move this thing. You're pulling me out and I'm right back in. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for your lead.
Alrighty, and that is going to do it. I love this Nesco canner. It is so versatile. I know I've used that word a lot in this video, but it's it's easy, and it's kind of like a set it and forget it. I can go throughout my house and do other things. You can bring this outside, and I just enjoy it. So if you are in the market for a new water bather or pressure electric canner, let me know. I will have this linked for you, and it's always on sale, or you can go to your local like hardware store to find it. That's where I found this one, but it's on Amazon as well. So that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed some meals from the shelf. I hope this gave you inspiration to shop your pantry and not spend extra money at the grocery store. Stay tuned this week. I have some more exciting news to share with you, and I will catch you on the next one. Stay adventurous, stay creative. Bye, y'all.